Let's throw this in the river. People don't care. We're facing a gigantic environmental crisis, and yet we see corruption in this area, such as large companies paying to local and national governments to avoid problems while disposing of hazardous and tape-coated water. Organizations have made an effort to highlight these problems, but the problem also lies in the society that we citizens do not care about these problems because we are always seeing about our own benefits and the things that are easier to do because deep down this doesn't affect us. Mexico faces, as we already know, a strong problem with corruption both in the political and the society context. This is a problem that has been moving with us for at least 100 years, and which until now has not been solved. That is why it's our duty as citizens, but above all, as young people, to seek a change and inform ourselves at early age to know all these problems and face them. Speaking of corruption, I have seen how police brutality and the lack of importance of the government's commanders have failed us. I started skating when I was 14 years old, and I have seen a big problem with the society and this sport itself. And this example will help me explain my point. I met many of my best friends in skate parks, and since I started skating, I realized that there's a lot of stigmas that walks around the skate community, such as doing drugs, vandalism, alcohol, all kinds of stuff. And these apply to others, but the majority don't. I was with my friends on our road to our favorite skate park here in San Juan del Rio, when some policemen stopped us. They started searching in our things and behaving very rudely toward us. They said that we were carrying drugs and we were vandalizing, painting and scratching a near school of our skate park, which was completely false. When they realized their mistake, they tried to take us for anything. Like if we were without helmets and protections, or if we were screaming. In the end, they took us on the patrol and throw us in a vacant lot, very far away from where we were, and in a place we didn't know. Some of my friends were beaten by the policemen, and another, like me and other two friends, steal their money. When we all got home, we spoke to our parents and decided to report the case to our local government. To cut a long story short, our complaint never proceeded, and we had to settle down for the abuse. I've reached a point in my short life where I don't want to know about politics and or violent institutions. But it's necessary that all young people at my age and those who are younger to know about this type of tragedy and commit themselves to try to do something, because that date was me and my friends, but today is the environment, and that's where we all have to worry about. Because I firmly believe that the change begins in the society and the individuals, and that politics are lies disguised as change and renewal, and the politicians are just beasts with a thirst of power and money, and our common needs of the society does not stand for their needs. So we have to fight to take care of what is not ours, but which we continue to destroy and desecrate with access that ignore and machines that kill. So I submit my idea so we can make a change before it's too late. First, we have to do bigger environmental campaigns in order to reach more people, and that everyone is aware of this situation. In second place, we have to begin to demand our local governments and national governments a way in which we, as citizens, can see what a company waste and how it's treated to avoid pollution and damage to the environment. And finally, number three, provide quality environmental education in our schools and raise awareness between the younger people about how important it is to take care of our planet and try to change the habits to live them at not so sick planet. To finish, I want to give a very important message to you who are listening to me. The change, it's not in politics or politicians, because at the end of the day, democracy, the sources of power such as the government or the institutions like the police and the wealthy people, they're covered with their mask of powerfulness and make them insensitive, corrupt, and mediocres. And they're like machines who have delusions of greatness. They sell us change, but they take away everything we have, and above all, they they're hurting the planet with one and each one of their decisions. Our duty as a society is to educate uh, great people, kids who understands the importance of caring for the planet, loving our neighbor, and raising his voice against injustice and when it is necessary. We need generations without fear of change. We need generations with empathy and generations who understands their brother and that they lead societies with a cold mind, but also caring for their citizens. But more than anything, we need a change as soon as possible. We need you. So, what do you plan to do to make a change for our planet? Thanks for your attention. I hope you like my topic and my speech. I'm Mateo Rodríguez Barrera. Have a good night, morning, evening, and thanks. See ya.